All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is the Fantasy Sports Boss. Wanted to talk Houston Texans ascending second-year quarterback C.J. Stroud, but before I get into that, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I don't know if you've noticed, but the videos have been coming fast and furious of late, and that's going to continue now throughout the course of the season as we're full steam ahead for the upcoming fantasy football campaign. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Now, talking about C.J. Stroud, as many of you guys already know, I began coverage of the 2024 season by praising Stroud up and down. And what's not to like? He engineered one of the greatest rookie performances for a quarterback we've ever seen. Like, unbelievable touchdown to interception ratio, amazing touch accuracy, processing ability. Like, everything was off the charts. And we saw it in his play throughout the course of the season. It was unbelievable. I know he had the concussion that interrupted things, but Stroud was arguably one of the greatest values of any position in 2023 fantasy football. And now this season, not only does he retain Tank Dell and Nico Collins, who are two of the most exciting, game-breaking young receivers in the game, but the Texans bring in Stephon Diggs as well to form, and along with Dalton Schultz, a tight end who's a really solid receiver, give Stroud four targets that he can go to on a weekly basis. So expectations are through the roof. But here's the problem. So even though I said in the very beginning I'm all in on CJ Stroud, I didn't expect him to now currently be the the fifth quarterback off the board, which he is right now, behind the big three of Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts, and then Lamar Jackson is number 4. Well, I do like the value of Stroud over Lamar Jackson with that setup. I think 5th overall is a little pricey. You really are buying Stroud's 2023 season at its highest value. So he's, right now, the actual number is Stroud is going 44th overall in PPR leagues. That's the 4th round. And again, I think that's a little bit too rich for somebody who was really all in on Stroud before the drafts really got underway. So what I'm suggesting at this point, and I don't think his ADP is going to change much, I actually do now feel we need to move away from CJ Stroud and take advantage of the value, the underdrafted quarterbacks that are going below him, specifically Joe Burrow, who right now is going 57th overall. That's towards the end of the 5th round. This is a guy who was the 4th quarterback off the board last year, can play at an MVP level. Let me tell you something. If Burrow can play every game this season, I know he's had injury issues, but a lot of the blame goes to that offensive line. If Burrow can play even 15 games this season, and if he does play in all 17, nobody would be surprised that he would finish QB1. And you're getting him at the end of the 5th round. If you even want to do better than that, Jordan Love, 59th overall. Jordan Love, best collection of young talent and receiving talent this side of CJ Stroud in the NFL. And then you have Kyler Murray, who I love this season, 67 overall. I love this entire Arizona offense. I want Trey McBride. I want Marvin Harrison Jr. I want Kyler Murray from the value he brings. But specifically, I'm really looking at Joe Burrow in the 5th round, at the end of the 5th round. Take your 3 receivers and a running back right off the bat. Or you could go 2 receivers and a running back, Trey McBride in the 4th round, and then come back for Joe Burrow in the 5th round. You'd have an immense starting point to begin, your 2024 roster. So let me know what you think about that. I personally now am moving away from CJ Stroud. I think Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, and Jordan Love, all going beyond him, can outproduce Stroud in fantasy points this season. So you want to take the cheapest of the bunch. But if you end up with Burrow, I think that's a really good value for a guy who was the 4th quarterback off the board last year. Let me know what you think. Post in the comments. More videos coming soon.